Hello everybody, welcome to this course on philosophical, methodological and pragmatic approaches to scientific futures research. This course is offered by Finland Futures Academy at Finland Futures Research Center. This is a Futures Research postgraduate course as part of the University of Turku Transferable Skills Education. Futures research is, as you already know, a multi- and interdisciplinary scientific field, and all other sciences are relevant from futures perspectives. The aim of futures research is to analyze future developments and distinguish possible, probable, and preferable futures. However, there is no one future, but several alternatives, and through futures research and subsequent decision-making, we can have an impact on futures creation. This course is particularly useful for postgraduate students who either give an overview of future developments as part of their dissertation topic area, or who apply several research methods or focus on a multidisciplinary issue field. The course consists of a pre-assignment and an intensive learning session of 3 days at the University of Turku, which now begins. During this 3 days intensive learning session, we will have on this first day student presentations followed by discussions. On the second and third days, we will have issue-specific lectures and discussions according to our course program. Throughout the course, you are invited to reflect your own scientific field and previous studies in the context of futures research. After this course, you will be able to evaluate possibilities of including futures perspectives into your own dissertation. You have been asked to prepare a presentation based on the course literature. This first day in the intensive learning session is devoted to student presentations. The idea of the pre-assignment that you have had is to get a preliminary answer to some key question. This key question of yours will now be elaborated further on during this intensive session. About the program in this intensive session, I would like to say that one of key aims is to get to know each other and explore a variety of sciences in the context of futures research. The core idea is to contextualize futures research as part of your doctoral studies. After my welcoming words and presenting the course program, the students will give a presentation based on given literature. You will have nearly 2 hours for that. In the presentation, each student answers a specific study question. How to define my doctoral thesis in the context of futures research. The aim of Wednesday's program is to familiarize you with futures research approaches and make you analyze futures approaches in the context of your own scientific field. Between the presentations, there are discussions about a variety of content fields and approaches to futures research. Facilitators will be adjunct professor Dr. Osmo Kuusi and researcher Dr. Markus Vinnari. After lunch, this session will continue of student presentations and discussions. And finally, Osmo Kuusi will illustrate futures research methods and the role of futures research among other sciences. And in the evening at 7 you will have joint evening program. Then tomorrow on Thursday, the aim of the course is to familiarize you with recent academic future studies applications, with discussions on a specific topic such as foresight management, scanning for the future, scenario building, tools and strategies for sustainable futures, and so on. You will be provided with tools of understanding the nature of futures research as a scientific discipline, its concepts and methods. There are case studies of using various futures research methodologies such as Delphi method, scenarios, and soft systems methodology. The day begins with my presentation on fundamental futures research concepts and approaches. It will be followed by a presentation by adjunct professor Dr. Petri Tapio, who illustrates scientific paradigms of futures research and its various approaches. He will continue on talking about scenario working, qualitative, quantitative and mixed approaches. After the lunch, adjunct professor Osmo Kuusi will demonstrate the scientific basis of the Delphi method, futures research, scientific knowledge validation and argumentation. Then you will have a presentation on systemic approach, soft systems methodology and environment scanning tools. Then Director Juha Kaskinen from Finland Futures Research Center will present futures research results as part of decision making in the private and public organizations. On Friday, the program continues. The aim of Friday's intensive session is to provide you with knowledge regarding scientific argumentation, the assessment of scientific argumentation, researchers' work, and scientific annuals and journals in the field. You will also learn to utilize a multidisciplinary point of view in research using inter-, trans- and multidisciplinary research methods and viewpoints in the cases of environmental scanning and technology forecasting. The aim is to provide you with the readiness in understanding futures research philosophical foundations, especially ontology and epistemology. Understanding futures knowledge and rules that validate scientific knowledge generation in the field is essential. There will be discussions about multiple ways of including futures research as part of your own dissertation. Friday begins with Toni Ahlqvist's presentation on technology foresight and futures research journals. Toni Ahlqvist is a senior scientist and doctor at VTT, Technology Research Center of Finland. Then Professor Tuomo Uotila from Lappeenranta University of Technology will illustrate foresight and innovations. After the break, we will continue with the presentation of philosophy of science and ethics. Adjunct Professor Jari Palomäki from University of Tampere and Tampere University of Technology will speak about that. Then after lunch, senior scientist Dr. Johanna Kohl from VTT, Technical Research Center of Finland, will invite you to a presentation how to think about inter-, trans- and multidisciplinarity. Then Osmo Kuusi will demonstrate and talk about futures research scientific society in Finland and abroad. He will give a perspective of futures research science history. And finally, Futures postgraduate research. We will give feedback and have a final discussion of this intensive session, and I will also give some instructions and recommendations for you. Finland is among the leading countries in generating futures-oriented scientific knowledge and education. I just came back to Finland from Australia, where I participated in an Asia-Pacific Foresight Conference. And I was really glad to notice that Finland has a good reputation among the scientific futurist community. You, as participants of this course, you are now essential part of creating a new generation of future researchers, building on this proactive academic tradition of ours. I wish you a very fruitful 3 days intensive session, and I hope you profit much from all presentations, discussions and feedback. Let's start now the student presentations. Thank you.